France and England, two nations forever entwined by history. Their story is a tapestry, woven with threads of alliance and betrayal, of shared heritage and bitter rivalry. For over a century, from 1337 to 1453, these two kingdoms clashed in a brutal conflict known as the 100 Years' War. It was an epoch of epic battles and sieges, of chivalric ideals tested on blood-soaked fields, and of monarchs vying for power and glory. The 100 Years' War was not a single continuous conflict, but rather a series of wars interspersed with periods of uneasy truce. Yet the underlying tensions, the territorial disputes and the dynastic ambitions that fueled the conflict remained constant. The war left an indelible mark on the political, social and cultural landscapes of both nations, shaping their destinies for centuries to come. This essay delves into the heart of this pivotal conflict, exploring its causes, its key battles and figures, and its lasting impact on France and England. It is a story of ambition and loss, of courage and brutality, a story that continues to resonate in the national consciousness of both nations even today. The roots of the 100 Years' War ran deep, entangled in centuries of shared history and territorial disputes. William the Conqueror, Duke of Normandy, had claimed the English throne in 1066, creating a powerful Anglo-Norman realm that straddled the English Channel. This dual inheritance, however, proved to be a source of both strength and tension. Over time, the English kings, as Dukes of Aquitaine, controlled vast territories in southwest France. These holdings became a point of contention with the French crown, which sought to consolidate its power and expel the English from the continent. The French kings, particularly Philip IV and his successors, challenged English control, leading to escalating tensions. The final spark that ignited the war came in 1328 with the death of Charles IV of France. Edward III of England, Charles's nephew, claimed the French throne through his mother. The French rejected his claim, instead crowning Philip II, a cousin of Charles IV. This dynastic dispute, coupled with ongoing territorial conflicts and economic rivalries, plunged the two kingdoms into a protracted and bloody war. The 100 Years' War was marked by a series of significant battles that showcased the military innovations and strategic thinking of the era. English longbowmen, with their devastating accuracy and range, proved their mettle on the battlefields of Crécy in 1346 and Agincourt in 1415, decimating French armies reliant on heavily armoured knights. At Crécy, Edward III's forces, outnumbered but strategically positioned, inflicted a crushing defeat on Philip VI's army. The battle demonstrated the deadly effectiveness of the English longbow against the traditional chivalric charges of the French knights. Agincourt, fought during the reign of Henry V, further cemented the English reputation for military prowess. Despite being outnumbered and exhausted, Henry's army, bolstered by their skilled longbowmen, achieved a stunning victory against the flower of French chivalry. These victories, however, were but episodes in a long and brutal conflict. The 100 Years' War was a stage for remarkable figures who left their mark on history. Edward III, the ambitious English king who initiated the war, and his son, the Black Prince, known for his military brilliance, secured early English victories. On the French side, Joan of Arc, a peasant girl who claimed divine guidance, emerged as a symbol of French resistance. Her charisma and unwavering belief in her mission rallied the French troops and turned the tide of the war. She led the French to victory at the Siege of Orléans, a turning point in the conflict. However, Joan's story ended tragically. Captured by the Burgundians, allies of the English, she was tried for heresy and burned at the stake in 1431. Despite her untimely end, Joan of Arc's courage and unwavering faith in France's destiny continued to inspire the French long after her death.